Him.
Goddamn.
I was waiting for it. Well, man, what is going on, everybody, man? What is going on? And welcome back to another edition of your official post-show review, this time for WWE's Bad Blood. Man, wow. Well, it seems to be a I guess developing night, or at least a night that's not quite done yet,
Yeah.
because we are just getting word now that Kevin Owens apparently turned heel or punched, beat up Cody Rhodes in the parking lot of State Farm Arena. So quite the homecoming for Cody Rhodes.
I'm telling you.
Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I like the element of surprise behind it, or something that I guess could just happen out of nowhere type thing. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things wrong with that, because not only did you announce what Cody's going to be doing next on tonight's show in a segment, you did not display Kevin Owens' heel turn,
Like,
which should be treated as a big deal, and which, again, I want to emphasize, how do you not do this in front of
people.
an audience?
Like,
I mean, again, like I mean, WWE took the risk and they tried something different, but bro, this is now something you have to expand upon. And in the next month, you have to now build to a match with somebody that Cody didn't get in an altercation with. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Again, I see what they were trying to do. I do. I see what they were trying to do. They were trying for the element of surprise. They were trying to give this a type of atmosphere of it can happen, wherever, whenever. But bro, how the fuck do you not have Kevin Owens turn heel in front of an audience? That just doesn't make sense to me.
no, I really don't. I don't understand the thought process by this. I don't get what the end goal is. Well, not even the end goal, the current goal. What are you going to do on Monday? You got to build towards Crown Jewel, and it can't be KO. So what are you doing here?
That didn't make much sense to me at all. Again, I see what they attempted to do, but I mean, the heel turn. I mean, the altercation out in the parking lot looked really good. I just don't know how you don't film that.
Yeah, or like film it, but not in front of a million people to see it. Fucking, if you want to pre-film it, pre-film it. But like, what are you doing? Or at least, if it is currently happening, toss it up on the post show or something.
I don't know, man. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. But I mean, again, like I said, what the content that they put out looked good. Kevin Owens was arguing with him in the parking lot. Cody must have said something to him, and he just punched him in his face, started whooping his ass outside of his Wheatley vodka bus. It looked great, but bro, how do you not film that? And then on top of that, oh god, I don't even know what that announcement was. I genuinely don't. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around what that announcement was. Like,
what they're thinking with it, like a tournament just to make sure at least one world champion gets pinned for no reason, for what, a belt they're just gonna hold for the end of that segment, or for the end of that show, and then never do again. Like, what are you doing here?
man, I don't know. Overall, I like this show. I like Bad Blood tonight. I thought it was a good show. I thought obviously nothing needs to be said about the open to the
Obviously.
show. That was insane. That was an insane Hell in a Cell match. I haven't felt that way watching a Hell in a Cell match in,
Years.
oh my god. Yeah, probably wow, probably like, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've watched a Hell in a Cell match and felt, that, these guys were actually beating the absolute shit out of each other. It was great. It was great. I thought the Hell in a Cell match was great. Um, the I mean, we'll get to it, man. But yeah, I thought the Hell in a Cell match was great, and I thought the ending was great. I really enjoyed the ending. I really enjoyed what they did. Obviously, I have my questions about certain aspects of the ending. But overall, I thought the ending was good, and the rest of the stuff, I don't want to, I don't want to put all my cards on the table. So we'll talk about that as we get into the review.
Hmm.
But overall, I did enjoy the show, and yeah, I found myself enjoying what they did tonight for Bad Blood overall.
Yeah, the opener was really fucking good. The Hell in a Cell match definitely lived up to what they hyped it up to be. It was great, very bloody, very, very intense, and just very violent. And that's exactly what I wanted to see, man. So I think it really did its job with that, and that was, like Logan said, easily match of the night. It was phenomenal.
Yeah,
Very glad with what we got for that. But with what Logan said earlier in the chat, with like the show, the beginning was good, and the ending was good overall, man. But that middle of the show for me, man, it was a drag, dude. I ended up in that moment just not really caring about most of these matches, especially with certain decisions they were making throughout, and just a lot of botches throughout a couple of them, man. It just very sloppy. Very surprisingly sloppy tonight, for some reason, and that's very disappointing to see.
absolutely, absolutely, man. So yeah, bro. But so without any further ado, man, how is everybody doing? And welcome back to another edition of your WWE PLE WWE PLE post show reviews, man. As today we're bringing to you guys the Bad Blood review, man. So been excited about this review for a while. Been excited about a lot of things, man. Been excited. This is some of my favorite um looks for the podcast we've ever done. Some of the
Oh, definitely.
some of my favorite graphic work that we've done for the podcast is tonight on the Bad Blood review. So excited about that. Excited to share all that good stuff with you guys. So I hope you guys do enjoy the look. And bro, how about that special logo?
Oh, it looks phenomenal,
That's
man.
amazing.
It's so good.
So without any further ado, like I said, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another edition of NHP. This is another edition of your WWE post show reviews. As today, like I said, we're bringing to you guys the Bad Blood review. As if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday, we are on here after Raw with Unscripted. Every Friday, we are on here with the news at 4 p.m. Central. And for the big pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW, we are live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review, man. As obviously tonight we're on here with Bad Blood, and next weekend we will be on here with Wrestle Dream.
Hey.
So yeah, but yes, if you guys did miss this past Friday, yesterday's edition of the news, it's not available on all platforms for you guys yet, but that, as well as this Bad Blood review, should be up on everything for you guys tomorrow, sometime in the afternoon. And yeah, man, but if you guys did want to check us out on all platforms, that is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live every single, like I said, Monday after Raw, Friday at 4 p.m. Central, and for the pay-per-views for WWE and AEW directly after the show goes off the air, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to pick up some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, where you can commemorate the rebrand for the podcast with the next chapter design, as you see on your very screen. That is available for you guys on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video. And with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How the hell are you, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been chilling, man. It was a good weekend. Good Friday and good day today, man. Watched the show and overall, it was good, man. So I'd say it was a good day. So I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good and just been pretty normal, man. Been pretty normal. Like Durante always asks, man, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How's everybody doing in the live chat, man? We got a lot of people here. Hope we get a lot more, man. And for anyone watching the replay, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are all doing well, man. But I'm doing good. What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, bro. I'm doing all right, man. Yeah, doing all right, dude. Just yeah, like I said, enjoyed. For the most part, enjoyed the show. Tonight. So obviously, this was building up to be a pretty huge show for WWE, and overall I thought that they put on a pretty good show overall. And yeah, I thought they did a decent job with it, man. As just yeah, so now on to the next show and on to the next thing as we get into the later half of the year here, man. So um so yeah. Um
Definitely.
yeah, so other than that, bro, other than that, man, I'm good. As Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante? Logan, naysayers, man. How are you guys doing? And thank you guys, as always, for joining us. Whether you're here now, man, or whether you're part of the Replay Mafia, my guys JT and JB, how are you guys doing, as always? And thank you guys for being here, as always. Ugh,
Didn't QT Marshall leave?
he came back.
Good lord.
He came back like a week after he
Oh,
quit.
he did. I
Yeah.
forgot that. Yeah, because WWE wouldn't take him. Damn. That's unfortunate. That's a sad look.
Very. Man. So hmm. Man. Well, so for Bad Blood, obviously the show takes place in Atlanta, as you can see on the logo. Show took place in Atlanta. Overall, man, I thought the crowd was a good crowd. I thought they were a pretty good crowd. Yeah, I would say that they were a pretty good crowd. Obviously, they died down at certain points, but it wasn't really anything that was gonna make or break the show. When they needed to be loud, when they needed to be loud, and when they needed to kind of add to the show, they definitely showed up for sure. So overall, I like the crowd.
Yeah, I think the crowd was overall pretty good. They were really good in in the opener to the show. Pretty good overall. I'm not gonna lie. In the main event, when it came to Jacob Fatu reactions, I thought they were weak as fuck
Mhm.
overall. But when it came to like booing Solo and shit, they were pretty good. So I'd say it was a pretty solid crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, there were certain points in the tag match where, yeah, I definitely thought they should have got a better reaction for sure. Um, so the open to the show was a little Cody Rhodes and Triple H little video package that led to Cody and Metro Boomin staking out outside the arena, which then they would pull up together in that same vehicle. Um,
Pulled up to the arena in an old ass Crown Vic for some reason. Why not? I guess.
so yeah, that was a pretty cool open, and then we get the hosts of the show, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi were the hosts.
Like, and then they had a bunch of segments throughout the night, like in the one of like the booths, like as like a VIP in these shows. When a lot of these times these shows are filled with random little segments that you could easily cut for an extra match. That part just really pisses me off about these pay-per-views.
Definitely, man. It's yeah. I mean, with all the time they put into those goofy skybox segments. I mean, even with those goofy skybox segments, the show ended at what, eight
8:30.
8:30. So 3.5 hours. I mean, it could have absolutely went
to 9.
It could have absolutely went to a fourth. It could have absolutely went to a fourth hour, or if you even cut, these things. If you even cut these kind of things, it could still stay at 3.5 hours if you really care about it staying at 3.5 hours. But yeah, man. So that was that was the little I guess open. They literally were just out there and announced all happily that we were going to go in a Hell in a Cell.
Just all happy. No grudge, no fucking edge, just happy as hell. Let's get into this violent ass match. Ha.
Yeah, I mean that would be like the War Games cage coming down, and instead of the air raid sirens, they're playing the fucking Firefly Funhouse music.
Like okay.
That kind of took away from the production
Mm-hmm.
of, or the, I guess, the aesthetic of the Hell in a Cell cage coming down. I mean, now when the cage itself was coming down, there was fire and stuff playing, but I mean, man, it was just that was a little weird, and I thought that was just very unneeded, especially if you were going to have them in 2 or 3 different segments in a skybox throughout the night. Did you really need them to come out there and happily announce to us that we were, gonna see the Hell in a Cell? It's just like,
I don't get. To this day, bro, I still don't get why they do the host of pay-per-views. Like, it's just for dumb backstage segments. I really don't understand it. Like for Mania, okay, it's the biggest show of the year. You could have a host. It is what it is. For like everything else, I don't like it.
yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. So, oh, also, we told you guys on the, might have been the All Out.
Yeah.
Might have been the All Out review. We told you guys we were going through some production changes for when we do the shows together, and instead of having one mic that we both share, now we both have separate mics that we share, as you can see on our screens here. So let us know how we sound.
Hopefully it's much better than the last review.
Yes, because legitimately, dude, anytime I turn my head like that, you like that it was so shit. The audio was so shit. So hopefully these are better. And yeah, let us know if it is let us know if you guys like it any better, man, because from the couple test streams we did, it definitely sounded better to me. So yeah, let us know what you guys think, as yeah, we got some new equipment here that we've been waiting to share with you guys for quite the minute to up the quality when we do these post show reviews together. So hopefully it makes the experience a lot better for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, man.
Hopefully.
So they announced Hell in a Cell. So the Hell in a Cell cage starts coming down, man. There's fire, all over the place, and there's fire shooting up as the lighting's going all over the place, and the cell's lowering down. What up, Gotti? By the way, how's it going, dude? I ain't seen you in a minute.
You silly, man. How's it going?
How are you, Mero? So the Hell in a Cell cage is coming down. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk came out. No, people. CM Punk did not come out to This Fire Burns.
No, it was the normal old Cult Personality.
The Cult Personality remaster.
Yes.
Yes, I know a lot of people want him to come out to This Fire Burns, but bro, if we haven't got Broken Dreams by this point, I highly doubt we were getting This Fire Burns.
Like, come on, people. Do you not see the pattern? They fucking changed Sheamus' song like a month in. We're not getting all these themes you want. We're not.
Unfortunately. So yeah, that was that. As like I said, Drew comes down first. CM Punk comes down second, as CM Punk is wearing gear that was a homage to Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
It was an homage to Shawn Michaels. It was the 4 Chicago stars on his trunk, but one of the Chicago Stars was replaced with the little white and silver HBK heart
Mm-hmm.
to based off his gear from the very first Hell in a Cell match. So, like I said, man, the match, or the show rather, opened up with the Hell in a Cell match with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. As, bro, wow, this match,
This shit was insane, man.
again, I'm gonna reiterate to you guys, I do not remember the last time. Thank you, naysayers. Thank you, bro. I'm telling you, because whenever me and Sir K are in the same room together, and we used to use my big old boom mic, and it would be above our head, dude. It was so shit. The quality was so shit, and I hated it. I hated it, man. So yes, thank you. I appreciate the compliments, bro. Appreciate the compliments. So,
Oh man.
damn.
Sorry, Gotti.
Damn, bro. I didn't expect to hear that, bro. You got to give me a warning when you tell me stuff like that, dude. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that for you, bro. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Well, man, damn. That sucks, dude. Well, dude, we have we have a great community here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We have a great community here, bro, and all of us love you, and all of us are here for you, bro. A lot of us, you're our brother. You're definitely our brother, bro. Yeah, damn, dude. You man, man, that sucks to hear, dude. That sucks to hear, man. Well, I hope everything works out for you, bro. And I always tell you guys, bro, if you guys ever need somebody to talk to, man, our DMs are open, man.
We got you, man.
Yeah, this is that sucks. Like I said, man, we have a community here, bro, and all of us, fairly, see or talk to, not see, but talk to each other a lot. And I always tell you guys, bro, and I genuinely mean it, bro. If you guys ever need somebody to talk to, man, for certain things like that, it's best to talk to somebody. And,
it is.
Just remember to always reach out, man. Always reach out and just try to keep yourself in a positive mindset. That sucks to hear, man. That sucks to hear. So I hope everything works out for you, my brother. And again, you have me, Sir K, and literally everybody in chat that's here for you, bro. So
definitely, man. I hope everything goes well. I really hope so, man.
Damn, that sucks to hear, man. I'm sorry to hear that. So, what was I saying? I was saying something. I thought I was saying something.
Going down, man. It's just about to start.
Oh, fuck, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Okay, well, let's start at the Hell in a Cell match. Let's start at the Hell in a Cell match. So Gotti's out here running around the ring like Braun Strowman. Took me right out, man. So, like I said, man, the show opens up with the Hell in a Cell. Man. Man. I think that's what I was saying. So this Hell in a Cell match, dude. Wow, this was so good. This was so fucking good, man. This match, I do not remember genuinely, I do not remember the last time I went into a Hell in a Cell match being excited and came out of it fully satisfied with what I watched.
Yeah, exactly.
But man, it like legitimately, because the Cody one was great. The Cody and Seth one was great. I did not go into that excited.
No.
You know what I mean? It was a Vince build, and that man was on the verge of fucking making Seth Rollins bitter enough to go to AEW. And the match turned out very good, but I did not go into it excited at all. But genuinely, the last time I've seen this gore, I might have not ever watched live a Hell in a Cell match that was this gory.
Probably not. Definitely not for me.
Yeah, because I mean, I got in the product in '07, bro, but I didn't start watching wrestling. You know that I didn't start watching wrestling live on a weekly basis until around like the end of 2009, 2010, and at that point, the the Hell in a the product had already was PG, and they were doing the yearly Hell in a Cell bullshit and all that kind of stuff. And those Hell in a Cell matches were, I mean, we got some decent ones, but nothing that was ever this like
Crazy
gory and
good.
good. And dude, I loved, I loved every bit of this Hell in a Cell match. We seen gore
Mm-hmm.
and we seen goriness inside the Hell in a Cell. We seen a nice mix of weapons. We seen a nice mix of these guys using the cell
Yeah.
to hurt each other, and there was just so many aspects. I believe CM Punk was on an interview recently saying that he was here to bring Hell in a Cell back, and
He did.
these guys brought the structure back
Mm-hmm.
because now moving forward, I'm going to be looking very forward to what Hell in a Cell has to offer, because it's going to be used for feuds like this when it means about as much as this feud meant.
Exactly.
And that I'm excited for, man. I thought these guys did I thought they blew it out of the water.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I thought they blew it out of the water. I thought it was phenomenal. Hell in a Cell was exactly what it should be. Gory, violent, and meaningful at the end of the day. And it was really meaningful. It's not just a yearly thing. Well, Hell in a Cell's coming up, so we gotta make something decent enough. No. It was a great feud that was very intense. That that ended up fitting well with Hell in a Cell, and that's what they went with, and they delivered. It's exactly what it should be.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? I see a lot of you guys are saying it with the Hell in a Cell structure. The last Hell in a Cell, wow, God, the last Hell in a Cell, I think I've like genuinely like popped for in my lifetime. That was like up to par with what we seen tonight was probably the probably yeah, it was probably that Undertaker and Triple H one from WrestleMania 28. I remember everybody in my living room. It was me, it was my dad, it was my buddy, my buddy Sonny. Shout out to him, and my boy Lime. He's sometimes
Sometimes
in chat. He's sometimes
makes a
here.
rare appearance.
He does make a rare appearance, but we were all there, man. And I was probably I think I was 11 at that time. I was either 10 or 11, and we were going crazy. We
Oh,
were
I'm
going
sure.
fucking crazy, man, in my living room. As that spot where Shawn Michaels super kicks Undertaker and he turns around into the pedigree. Everybody everybody in my living room thought the streak was over right there. And when he kicked out, it was nuts. It was nuts, bro. But it was, yeah, that, wow, 14 or 12 years.
That's insane, dude.
12 years. God. I don't know. I don't know what Vince was doing, bro.
Who knows, dude?
God. Yeah, wow. That just dawned on me. It's genuinely probably been that long since I've seen a Hell in a Cell match that was this good, because Vince, oh,
Vince was something, man.
when I tell you that man was so accustomed to giving us the just most bare bones and just the most
Basic ass shit.
just basic, no heat, no sort of, no heat, no nothing to his Hell in a Cell matches for years, and years and years. Hell in a Cell was like that. um it, it was just, I mean, everybody makes fun of it, but it's right to make fun of. It's just like, oh, it's October and it's Hell in a
Well,
Cell
cell
time.
time.
We got to do Hell in a Cell because it's October. And it really brought down the meaning of the structure, man. But I'm more than happy. I'm ecstatic to see these guys tonight, Punk and McIntyre, revived the structure. And moving forward, I'm going to be very looking forward to a lot more of what these cell matches have to offer, because if this is the one time where they want to give us blood and they want to give us this kind of stuff, I would be fine with it. I would be fine with
Definitely.
it. Reserve it for the structure because it gives the structure meaning.
It does.
And Triple H started off on a bad foot with his Hell in a Cell matches because I remember being excited for Edge and Finn Balor because I was like, yo, it's the Demon, it's Edge. Surely there's going to be some sort of blood and there's going to be some sort of heat and there's going to be some sort of, just ruthlessness about the Hell in a Cell match. And the only ruthlessness they had for us was pulling out some purple fucking kendo sticks and beating each other with it. And then Finn was pulling out red kendo stick, or no, Finn was pulling out purple kendo sticks and Edge was pulling out red ones. I mean, are they fighting with lightsabers or are they are we having a Hell in a Cell match?
No, exactly. So it have a bad track record with Hell in a Cell, man. So I'm glad that track record is new and it's in a way better direction now.
Definitely. Definitely. Naysayer says the Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins fight pit match was cool.
It was. I love the fight pit.
I like the fight pit a lot too. They did some in, I want to say there was two in NXT. One was Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher.
That was really good.
That was a really good fight pit match. And I can't remember what the other one was. It might have,
Was it
Ciampa and Thatcher?
I think so.
Yes, it was Ciampa and Thatcher. They did two of them in NXT, and I thought they were really good. And the main roster one was pretty good too. I do remember that one being a little rushed, but I know they still had the Wyatt return to get through.
Yeah. So I like the fight pit. I would like to see that return at some point.
I would. I would like to see. I would like to see the return of the fight pit at some point when it calls for it. But man, so yeah, I mean, yeah, so yeah, Vince was very accustomed to giving us I keep losing my train of thought. Vince was giving us some master classes of Hell in a Cell garbage for years, to the point where, like I said, you see the cell and you know what's going to happen. There's going to be a couple table spots because that's all they can do. There's going to be, at most, somebody's going to fall off of the side of the cage.
I know, the announce table, and that's it.
Yeah, either that or God forbid, Vince wants to be a real genius on a certain night in October and have the Hell in a Cell match end by a no contest because of referee stoppage.
Referee stoppage in a Hell in a Cell match. One of the worst booking decisions in history. Crazy.
You know how bad you gotta be to have your WWE audience chanting AEW and we want a refund?
Damn, it was fucked, dude. That shit was fucked. This company was fucked.
And that was at the age where all the WWE fans were calling AEW a fucking t-shirt company, and they were still chanting AEW.
That was bad, dude. That was real bad.
That, man, dude, I'm telling you, if we had year-end awards in 2019, that would have 100% been up there with one of the worst booking decisions ever.
Oh, fuck.
Or of the year. Actually, ever. It was a horrible decision. It was horrible. So anyways, oh my god, bro, that Braun and Roman one where Brock just ripped off the door, and I don't even think that match ever ended. I think it just
they just left and
I think Brock came out F5'd everybody, and the match just
the show went off air. I think I really don't remember someone winning.
I don't either.
I really don't.
I don't either. That was you get the point, okay? There was a lot of bad Hell in a Cell matches, but on this night, man, the match started off, and these two were throwing each other at the cell, and the commentators were trying to sell how a lot of Hall of Famers in the industry, they always say that in order to win the Hell in a Cell match, you have to use the cell to your advantage. So I like that. I like that psychology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that psychology of the beginning of the match.
I need to fix the camera.
Yeah, probably so. Okay, guys. Minor technical difficulty here as our man Sir K's camera has frozen. Now I'm not seeing it at all. Golly. Okay. Yep, you're back. There he is.
God damn, never fails.
It really never does. Okay. Okay. Anyways, so they mention in the beginning of the match how a lot of Hall of Famers say that in order to win the Hell in a Cell match, you have to use the cell to your advantage. Well, I really like that psychology here in the beginning of the match where these guys were doing just that. They were throwing each other at the cell. They were flying off of the ring apron and falling right back into the Hell in a Cell as opposed to just falling on the ground. And they were selling it. They were selling how much the cage hurts, and they were doing all that kind of stuff just to set the tone early on in the match for how much the cell hurts. So I can appreciate that. They pulled out a table, and CM Punk grabbed the table leg. The CM Punk grabbed the table leg, and he would take one of the legs off and try stabbing Drew McIntyre in the face with it. So I already knew we were off to a pretty devious start here today with this Hell in a Cell match, because we were, like I said, we were not only a couple minutes into the match, and this man CM Punk was already trying to stab Drew McIntyre with the leg of a table. Punk was on the outside and kept getting thrown into the cage. Punk would then be busted open. Punk got busted open as a couple tables were being set up in the process of that. Drew McIntyre would right after CM Punk got busted open, he would run the steel steps right into his face. He would run the steel steps right into Punk's face and get Punk in the ring. A little more offense from Drew would go on, and a Punk would roll on to the outside. Drew would lean over the middle rope to try to get him, and CM Punk in a devious spot would clunk Drew McIntyre right on the top of the head
with toolbox. That shit hit. It was a thud.
Oh, dude. Oh, I was absolutely cringing watching. I was absolutely cringing watching that spot, dude. That was brutal. That was brutal, bro. Seeing Drew McIntyre get hit in the face with a steel toolbox.
Man.
Ooh. Yeah, that's definitely enough to make me cringe for sure. Drew was then busted open, like legit, like you could see the blood streaming down his face.
It was a lot of blood.
It was a lot of blood. I honestly don't think these were packets. I think these guys may have bladed.
I think they were at least Punk was definitely blading. I mean, we've seen it before. The legendary clip, man. So, I could definitely see it. I think so.
Yeah, because Drew's was very continuous throughout the match as well.
Mm-hmm.
His was very continuous throughout the match. His was like I said, you could legitimately see the blood streaming down his face, and he looked very badass.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, I've never seen Drew McIntyre bleed like that.
It was so badass.
It was very badass. Obviously, we've seen Mr. Bleeding Phil over here.
We've seen him bleed many a times, but
We've
still dope.
Yep, we've even seen him with
Actually
other
blade.
people's blood
Yeah.
on him before the match even started. And yeah, so again, Drew, that spot made me cringe, bro. But Drew was busted open. He Punk gets back in the ring, hits a GTS on McIntyre. McIntyre rolls out of the ring. So obviously they're selling that CM Punk could have won the match right there, but you know, it didn't exactly work out like that because Drew rolled out of the ring. Punk would get him back in the ring, go to put him in a sharpshooter. He would then fall on his face.
Punk was really trying with how big fucking McIntyre was.
Yes, he was. He was trying his ass off, and he would fall, then regain his footing. He would get the sharpshooter in. Drew McIntyre would then grab a wrench and start stabbing CM Punk in the back with the wrench. He stabs him in the back with the wrench. Punk obviously lets go. Drew then gets on top of Punk and starts stabbing him in the forehead. Or not stabbing him, but digging not the
like shanking him.
Yeah, with the wrench side, right? Not the dull side or whatever. To clunk him, but in this term, to using the wrench side of the wrench to just dig into his skin. And oh god, it was so, but hey, this is what I want to see out of a Hell in a Cell match. This is what I like. So as much as it was making me cringe, and it was as much as it was making my stomach go into knots, I loved it.
I really did.
Again, I don't think I've ever seen this. I don't ever, like I said, I don't think I've ever seen a Hell in a Cell match that was this gory live. And I loved it. Bro. But so CM Punk would then get a little bit more offense after he got Drew to stop grinding the wrench into his forehead. He would hit Drew with a couple knees, where he was kind of staggering on the top rope, almost kind of leaning over it, right above where the table was. These two would then get on the ring apron, and CM Punk would get suplexed through a table on the outside of the ring by Drew McIntyre. Punk would lay there for like 3 or 4 minutes. Commentary even called it out how he was laying there for like 3 or 4 minutes.
Hilarious.
So he was laying there for like Cole said, about 3 or 4 minutes. This man was just trying to regather himself as he gets back into the ring. These two fight for a little more. This ends with CM Punk hitting Drew with a GTS, which was a near fall. And the steps would be brought into the ring, which Drew McIntyre would then get up. And as he regained offense, he hit a white noise to CM Punk right smack dab on the steps.
Oh, brutal.
Yes, looked absolutely brutal. Looked absolutely brutal there as Drew would then pick CM Punk up for what almost looked like some sort of fall away slam or like a tilt-a-whirl slam almost. CM Punk countered that into an anaconda vice. Drew would then grab the wrench again to stab CM Punk with the wrench, as he did when he had the sharpshooter in. Punk would scout it, grab the wrench, and start stabbing Drew in the head with the wrench as he was in the anaconda vice. Punk then let go. Drew McIntyre was looking up at CM Punk. He's down on his knees, and CM Punk was standing above him with the wrench saying, "You pray to me." Drew was then saying, "No, man, please don't do it. Look at me. Look at me." And Punk, just for a split second, didn't hit him, and Drew McIntyre hit him with a low blow. He then went to get what we all thought was thumbtacks, and it ended up being friendship bracelet beads. He pours them on Punk's head. Backs up, goes for a claymore. And in this moment, Punk moves, and Drew McIntyre, with his lower back, just eats the steel steps.
Bro, that was insane. That, man.
I know. Oh, God, I know that bump sucked.
I can't imagine taking that bump, dude. Right? Just that sharp edge right on your lower back, dude. As you're running and dropping at full speed. I'm okay, bro. That shit was insane.
Ooh. As Drew's hurt, Punk hits him, wraps his knee in chain. He wraps his knee in chain and grabs some friendship bracelet beads, puts them in Drew McIntyre's mouth, hits Drew with a GTS, and CM Punk wins the Hell in a Cell match. As it looks like CM Punk has a date with the Ring General for Survivor Series.
Well, not going to be Crown Jewel.
I don't think Punk's going to Saudi anyway.
No, I don't think he is, but, you know, that possibility was gone. But, no, yeah, very fucking good match. Very great ending. I like the meaning to that ending. And, dude, it was great. I loved this match. It was through and through. Great ass match. Great violence. Great story. Story that warrants the violence. I love it, man. And I loved every second of it. It was fucking phenomenal. Best Hell in a Cell match I've ever watched.
That's crazy. Easily. This man's been a wrestling fan since 2016, and it's taken him fucking 8 years to. So, what would you say was the best Hell in a Cell match before this one? Was it Was it Roman and Rusev from Hell in a Cell 2016?
Oh, I don't think I watched that one gladly.
You know what was another good Hell in a Cell match? I'm disappointed with myself that I left out Usos and New Day.
I remember Logan mentioned that one. Was it a Hell in a Cell match? The one where Sammy turned heel for KO?
Yes. That was Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon.
That one was actually really good. That ending was really fucking good, man. So
yeah, you were going crazy.
I was going nuts, dude. I was marking out over that Sammy heel turn. What a time to be alive. When you're excited about Vince McMahon booking sometimes. Crazy. That's before, he just broke everybody. And no one cared anymore. But, maybe New Day and Usos I might have to give it to overall.
Okay. That's a good option.
Personally, a lot of people love it. I can't give it to Cody and Seth for the sole fact of Cody being injured and me, thinking he shouldn't have wrestled in the first place. Can't give it to that for that reason for me. So I'd say I give it to the tag match. Number 2.
Definitely. I think for me, it's definitely between Triple H and Undertaker. Triple H and Undertaker, Usos and New Day was a very good one. Cody and Seth was an amazing one. And tonight. And I think tonight is definitely up there, and it's made its way into the top 3 for me, man. It definitely, like I said, I think it definitely made its way into the top 3 Hell in a Cell matches. Yeah, the KO and Shane one, I don't remember that one being too bad. I remember that one being fairly good, and it did have a very good ending.
Because that one was with 2 guys who are actually willing to go, at the time, one of the only 2 sets of guys that were actually willing to go crazy in that type of match. So I definitely, man.
Y'all weren't fucking with
oh no. What are you about to say?
Y'all weren't fucking with Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton in the cell?
I don't remember that one at all, dude.
Yeah, they put on some bad ones, bro.
What year was that?
2020.
Oh, fuck.
That was when Drew was WWE champion. I think he lost the belt in this cell to Orton.
Man, I was not paying attention in 2020, dude. I was so checked out.
That was one of the lamest fall off the side of the cage spots I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think that was. Yeah. I left, man.
That one was bad. That one was really bad. They put on a lot of bad ones.
A lot, dude. I really checked out that company that year, dude. That year in like 2021, man. I don't remember fucking nothing because it was just fucked.
Y'all weren't fucking with Xavier Woods versus Bobby Lashley on Raw, or Rey Mysterio versus Roman Reigns on SmackDown.
Man, what the fuck?
Oh my God! How did I forget about Roman and Jimmy? Or Roman and Jay?
Oh yeah,
That was like one of the best Hell in a Cell matches ever. Too.
Yeah, that's actually.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah, but yeah, man, Roman and Jay, that was
a really good one.
That was
insane.
Yes, that was insanely good. Yeah, but man, they put on a lot of bad ones.
Naysayers, man, I will never forget how fucking lame that was that the match that was advertised as the greatest match ever?
No. You're thinking of 2020 Backlash. Naysayers is talking about 2020 Mania, the one where they wrestled for like 45 minutes.
And it was literally just a punch. They stumbled, and then they punched again, and then they stumbled. Worst shit ever, dude.
Dude, oh man, me and Sir K were watching that WrestleMania, dude. We got our food delivered that year because it was COVID and stuff. We got our food delivered that year, and we sat down, ate our food, and bro, by the time we got done eating, there was still like another 30 minutes to that match that was still ongoing. And we're just sitting there like, bro, why are Edge and Randy Orton stumbling across the backstage area just punching each other?
That's all it was, dude.
Oh, that was so horrible. I hated that one. God, I hated that. That whole feud of Edge and Orton. Oh my God, that was horrendous. That was horrendous stuff. Very bad. But regardless, this Hell in a Cell match was absolutely off the charts. It was absolutely off the charts. And yeah, I love how we're talking about this great Hell in a Cell match, and it is bringing back some great. It is bringing back some great Hell in a Cell memories, because there was quite a few good ones that I genuinely, I don't know how I forgot about them. It's probably because we've been in this vortex of WWE for so long, and a lot of
bleed into each other.
Yep.
And shit.
When you think Hell in a Cell, man, you think of Vince's watered down type of Hell in a Cell, and you often do forget
there
the
was
good ones.
Moments, yeah.
But they had a lot of good ones, man. They had a lot of good ones, man. But
this was different. This is what exactly it should be: blood, violence, and just greatness.
And for as great as all those were, could you imagine those Hell in a Cell matches with the elements that this Hell in a Cell match had?
Oh, it'd be great.
Usos and New Day with some blood in it, and maybe a little more weaponry, and Roman versus Jay with that element of blood. Blood adds a lot if you don't do it a lot. Now, obviously, we see in
the other side,
in the other company, we see blood a little too much, to the point where we're almost desensitized of it, and we see blood and we're like,
yep, blood.
They're bleeding again. But here, I haven't seen blood like this in WWE. I couldn't tell you the last time I seen blood like this in WWE. Probably Orton and Brock at SummerSlam 2016, and that, I don't know if that was a shoot or what, but it was a lot of blood. It was a lot of blood. I know that. That man Orton was pouring blood into the ring, but they did other than, like I said, unless I'm forgetting something, the last time I seen blood like that in WWE was 8 years ago. So it's been a long time. And as for this match, man, I thought they did tremendous, bro. I thought they did a great job. And I thought, if their goal, if they set out to make the Hell in a Cell mean something again, I thought they absolutely accomplished their goal. And like I said, moving on from here on out, I'm excited to see what Triple H does with the Cell, and I'm excited to see what elements that he adds to Hell in a Cell, because this was very good.
It was very good. And just everything they hyped it up to be and everything I hoped it would be. So I'm glad we got what we got. I really am.
Yeah. So, as for what we seen next on the show, we seen a Naomi, Jade, and Bianca segment where they were up in a skybox with DDP, Tully Blanchard. Yes, Tully was in the house.
I'm sure Dax is going to be tweeting.
Yeah. He's probably already there.
Probably.
Or if he's not already there,
he'll
be doing it in about 11 hours at 9 in the morning for no apparent reason. They were up there with DDP, Tully. Naomi was wishing Bailey the best on her match because that's her girl and she's Team Bailey for life. They look over to Bianca. Jade's kind of got this weird look on her face. They look over to Bianca, and Bianca says, "Yeah, I wish her the best of luck." Obviously. And Naomi's kind of just looking at her like, So that's interesting. That's very interesting. I feel like if Naomi does end up turning heel on Bailey, it's going to be at the influence of a Bianca Belair, obviously, because they have beef from a couple years ago. So I feel that I feel like it's going to be at somewhat the influence of Bianca Belair, and with them continuing to have Bianca have this kind of bad attitude towards somebody like Bailey, I really hope that persuades WWE to eventually turn her heel, because this babyface run is so
overplayed, so overdone at this point. I think it's best for just to turn her heel.
Definitely, man. Because like I said, her character is just so stale, and I know you want to be the John Cena of the women's division, but dude, not everybody could be John Cena. Not everybody's career is meant to, play the same character for all of it. Cena made it work because he's John fucking Cena. Not everybody's John Cena. So I highly, highly, highly recommend WWE to turn Bianca Belair heel to revitalize just some interest around her character.
Exactly. I really hope they do, man.
Yeah. So, and I always hate when they use the excuse of, well, she's popular with the little girls. Okay, so build up the next person to be popular with the little girls.
It's really not that hard.
You lose one star, you make a new one. Then you turn them heel and you make a new one.
It's how it should go.
So stupid, bro. One thing that annoyed me, and I really thought WWE could have expanded on this in an amazing way. Naomi, they're all sitting there partying in the skybox, and Naomi, so there's my brother Jay over there. We're not, bro. You're Jimmy. You're Jimmy's wife.
Where is he at? Can you?
Why don't I would have really liked for Naomi to just maybe say something to him. You're eventually gonna have to start teasing this somehow. I mean, you're sitting up in the skybox partying, and here's your family member that's fighting with the whole rest of the family. You don't like. So I would have really liked, and again, it's not like Naomi has to be directly involved and be in the bloodline like a lot of people want her to be, but maybe to say, hey, have you thought about Jimmy at all? Or, hey,
you talk to
him? Have you guys talked? Hey, you thought about helping them against the new bloodline? I thought WWE missed a huge opportunity with having Naomi, who's a family member, on screen at the same time with Jey Uso. And all you have is, oh, there's my brother Jey.
That's all you get. Come on, dog. You could have teased something there. You really could have done something there.
Yes, I thought they missed a huge opportunity with all that. I thought that, again, I see, because when I seen Jay in the background, that's the first thing I thought is, oh shit, he's on screen with Naomi, he's on screen with Jimmy's wife. I thought for sure she was gonna say something, or you just again say just a little, just plant a seed, say something small, say something. I thought WWE missed the boat huge on that one, so that kind of sucked. That kind of sucked, man. But otherwise, it was definitely an interesting segment with, like I said, just the heat between Bianca and Bailey and Naomi being both of their friends, and just all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so that was that. But like I said, overall, the segment was harmless. And it really, it was fine. It was fine. There was nothing wrong with the segment itself. I just thought WWE missed a huge opportunity and really could have expanded further on the people they had on screen together. I thought they could have utilized the tools in their tool belt a lot better there.
Definitely, I think they could have. I think they could have done something there that wasn't just what's up and then they moved on.
So yeah, that was that segment. For the next match, we got Nia Jax versus Bailey.
Pretty good. Better than I thought it was going to be.
How you put this match on here, but you didn't put LA Knight versus Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes, or LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes, or I don't fucking know, Gunther versus Sami Zayn on the card. I don't know how that passed.
No.
Because this match, bro, if you've seen their match at SummerSlam, you've seen this match.
Yeah. Didn't do nothing new. It was fine. It happened. Yeah. It was fine and it was happened.
I don't know, man. This match was just, first of all, the match was very sloppy. There was a lot of botches
tonight
going on this match, dude. Nia Jax hit something of a Hurricane Rana, and that had to be about the most fucked up Hurricane Rana I've ever seen in my entire life. That Hurricane Rana was hideous. She like flipped, so she flipped backwards, and then Bailey was standing there for like a hot 3 seconds, a hot 3 Mississippi too. She was standing there for a hot 3 Mississippi, and then she just threw herself. And I'm watching, and even Michael Cole and Corey Graves are like, oh,
when someone fucks up so bad, commentary has to like catch themselves.
Yep. They're like, oh, and then they're like, wait, was that something of a Hurricane Rana?
They gotta make, like, I love when people botch and commentary's like, well, they only got like 60% of the move, but it's dude,
didn't get all of it.
That shit kills me. When commentary tries to like save it, they're like, well, he hit a part of his head, so he's gonna be down for a little. Shit's hilarious when commentary tries to save that shit.
Nia Jax hit, like I said, probably about the most hideous Hurricane Rana I've ever seen in my entire life. She then followed it up with a belly to belly. And kicks out. Bailey kicks out. Bailey would get a little bit more offense in. Bailey would then cover Nia Jax. Nia Jax threw her over the ref, who was standing, I guess, above them, or to the, like, by Nia's head, to where she was kind of behind her. She throws Bailey over the ref. Nia gets up, goes to crawl at Bailey, and is crawling, but the ref is under her. Bailey hits Nia, and Nia just plops down on the ref, just squashes the ref.
Ugh.
So that whole scenario I thought was a little just uh odd. Why the ref didn't move? She was just laying there as Nia Jax was just laying over her. I thought that was a little weird. As the ref was down, Bailey hit her with a pop-up stunner and a rose plant, which then she would go for the cover, even though she knew damn well she just hit Nia Jax, who plopped down on the referee. Tiffany Stratton then came out to attack Bailey. She goes to tease a cash in, and Nia Jax, I guess, is thinking she's Mark Calloway. She sits up as if the gong just went off, and Tiffany Stratton, looking like she's seen a ghost, she's then telling Nia, no, I wasn't going to cash in. I wasn't going to cash in, even though she was clearly thinking about it. And even though she was clearly thinking about it, she then gets on the outside of the ring, and she's sitting there with her briefcase, and she's teasing it, and Bailey goes to hit a move on the top rope. Tiffany throws the briefcase at her. Bailey catches it, throws it back at Tiffany. As she throws it back at Tiffany, as the ref, as the ref gets back up to her feet, or gets back fully conscious, and she's just looking at Tiffany Stratton, who just got this briefcase pelted at her face. Nia Jax then hits a Samoan drop onto Bailey, drags her over into the corner for the bonsai drop, and that was it. That was it, bro. There was also there was a spot on the outside of this match where Bailey hit like an elbow drop. Nia Jax was crawling, and Bailey hit an elbow drop to her back. There was a lot of sloppiness going on in this match, and then it seemed as if also the spot where Bailey threw the briefcase at Tiffany's face, it seemed like it was supposed to have a little more impact to where it knocked
her down.
Yeah, to where it like knocked Tiffany out, but the strap from the briefcase, because Tiffany wears it like a purse, it kind of like got caught up, and Tiffany kind of just ended up catching it and then just like sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
So you could tell she was definitely supposed to be somewhat incapacitated for the ending of that match, as to where she couldn't cash in, but she just caught the briefcase and then just sat down with it. So it was kind of weird. It felt very sloppy, and it just felt very sloppy, and it just overall, it just didn't hit, bro. Which, I mean, their SummerSlam match itself didn't hit. Bailey and Nia Jax are not really the best ring. They're not really the best ring couple.
No.
In the match, or in matches together, man. This is twice now, and also I remember during the horror days of Monday Night Raw back in 2017, I never remember these two ever doing anything together that was spectacular.
No.
So I think I've just came to the conclusion that these two are just not really the best ring partners at all. And
no.
Yeah, the match itself was no different than you've seen at SummerSlam, aside from a Nia Jax Hurricane Rana that I absolutely could have lived without seeing.
Definitely, man. Definitely. They tried, but the match just didn't do its job, man. And it kind of just happened, man. And really don't see the point in putting Nia Jax on these pay-per-views without Charlotte, showing up at the end. So it's been twice now where I'm thinking, oh, she's on the show. Charlotte's probably going to be there, whatever. And nothing, man. So you could have replaced this with a couple other things, but they didn't. It ended up being what it was, man. So it happened. That's probably the best I could say about it.
Yeah, man. So that was that. That was that match. Like I said, man. I mean, yeah. Every time these two other, it is nothing spectacular whatsoever.
No.
And yeah, it made for a pretty forgettable match with these two yet again. So with that, the next match. We immediately went into the next match on the show here. Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Okay, first of all, these assholes took All Rise out of Damian Priest's theme song.
That shit was hilarious. Now it's just bad.
What the fuck? That was the whole appeal to the song, bro, is I would get my laugh in every time this man came out because there was that corny ass saying in the song. But thankfully, his ad libs are still in the song.
Those horrible ass ad libs.
We're about
so bad.
30 seconds in, you just hear him laughing on the track.
Ugh, so fucking A.
Love it, dude. Finn Balor came out wearing something of a fucking sock on his head. He was wearing something that you would buy from the Los Santos mask shop. It almost looked like he was wearing a black Christmas stocking on his head with a white stripe down the middle of it.
Looked like he was wearing like a knee pad on his head. It was like the stripe down the middle. It looked like he was wearing a fucking knee pad or something. Did not understand it, dude. He always has like weird ass masks. He reminds me a lot in certain ways to Edge, where he wears things and he like tries to do things where he thinks it's cool as shit, and it just looks fucking stupid, man. Like what was his old mask? Wasn't it like just like a blank purple mask or something?
He had the shiny one.
Mm-hmm.
He had the shiny one that covered like his face, and then he had the one with spikes that like covered his whole entire head.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not cool, dude. You kind of look like a goof. Not a fan of like his entrance mask and all that shit, man. It's not it. And then he takes off the fucking mask, and it's even worse because he painted like shittily painted his logo under one of his eyes, and then put mascara on the other eye. Just was not a good look tonight. I'm sorry, Finn. That shit was. It was not a look I would repeat.
It may have looked nice, but once he put that fucking Christmas stocking on his head, it completely smeared his paint everywhere. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Finn Balor in the mask department, but yeah, God, I really wish, man, WWE would bring him back to wearing the tights with the boots and the kick pads as opposed to the pants with the Jordans. Because
oh man, bro, Nathan, bro, when he had old entrance of his where they would just fucking pan right on his crotch, and he would just like fucking just show, like, dude, that shit was so ass, bro. That man,
Vince must have liked him or something.
he liked him, I guess. And that it was something, dog. It was really something.
Yeah, Vince was on his shit when he
was on an arc, all right.
He was, bro. He was on his God, I don't know, bro. When dude Finn's old entrance, bro, where they would just film this man would just
like bend his back and like fucking point his crotch forward.
Yeah, he would like stick his dick out, and
like,
they would just fucking pan right on his dick. Like what are you doing, dude?
It's just weird, man, dude.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't I don't know. I don't know what happened here with Finn Balor. I don't. It's these entrance masks, bro. I'm telling you, man. These motherfuckers are not right.
No, they're really not.
So, to be honest, bro, this match wasn't really too much. Yeah, I mean, this wasn't anything to run home and to run home and you know, tell your parents about, man. I mean, it was an okay match. It was about as okay as it can. It was about as okay as it was going to be. Obviously, you know, I thought they could have brought it up. I thought they could have brought it up another level. This just gave off the vibes of something you would see on a Raw.
Yeah,
you know, it was the Judgment Day match with the Judgment Day member, And then, the Judgment Day member, has the Judgment Day come out and distract the guy. It was basically that, but instead, this made the Judgment Day look even that much more stupider because the guy lost. But the Open had a good mix of offense between the two. It wasn't really, one-sided at all. Both of them, I would say, for the most part, were getting a good amount of offense in here. Finn Balor got thrown over the announce table by Priest, and as Priest got him back in the ring to go for the South of Heaven, Carlito came out there to distract him, which would then lead JD McDonough to come out there and be in Finn's corner as well. As Carlito was distracting him, Damian hit him off the apron, which led for Balor to capitalize, hit him with a coup de grace that he would kick out from. Damian Priest would then take care of Judgment Day again instead of just Carlito. This time it was Carlito and JD McDonough. He would go for the South of Heaven on Finn. Finn would counter it, roll him up, and Priest would kick out. This would lead to Finn Balor hitting coup de grace to his back. He would hit coup de grace to Damian Priest's back, and he went to go for another. I believe that he went to go for the third one, and Damian Priest countered it with a South of Heaven, and he won. He hit Damian Priest with he hit Finn Balor with a South of Heaven, and he wins the match.
Just like that, just wins it. What? You could easily replace this, man. I'm sorry. You already had your, Judgment Day related match on the show, with Liv and Rhea, so I would put it like, I don't know, maybe a SmackDown undercard match in the place of this, because, the only SmackDown matches we ever get on pay-per-views is Bloodline or Cody and the women's match, and that's it. That's the only SmackDown matches we ever get. We never get actual, just regular-ass SmackDown undercard matches. And I would have liked, like you said, Carmelo and Andrade in the spot, or something like that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see a match looming with Carmelo Hayes and LA Knight. I could see a triple threat looming with Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, and LA Knight. Last night on SmackDown, they did a ladder match. DIY versus the Street Profits versus DIY versus Street Profits versus Bloodline. Could have put that here.
Especially you've been teasing, City Machine Guns. Could have put a tag match to actually show your care for the tag team division.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been nice. Imagine, this match, that tag team match, and then right after you get that vignette, and you're just thinking, oh shit, they're building up the tag team division. Nothing, just another singles, nothing brawl related match. It's very disappointing.
It is. Yes, it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing, man. And yeah, I mean, this was something that, again, how you put Sammy and Gunther on Monday Night Raw, but a match that turned out like this got the spot on the pay-per-view. Like I said, I think obviously it did fit the bill for bad blood, being that these two do have bad blood, but even at that, man, I mean, Nia and Bayley justifies me saying that anyways. So yeah, I mean, the match in my honest opinion didn't really turn out all that great, and Damian Priest just beats him. Just beats him, man. So I really hope the Judgment Day going forward could look somewhat good, being that the leader got beat and he had help. So I don't really know how that is gonna work, but
Finn Balor win something for once? Can they build him up to be a top guy, a leader of a faction type thing, something? He's literally just pinned Balor. Like he's nothing. They make nothing out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, and when Triple H took over, man, I felt we were right there. I felt we were right there with him, and Triple H was putting him in high caliber situations, and he was putting him in just high caliber matches and stuff like that. He was feuding for the world heavyweight title, and here we are, man. And it just, I don't know, he just doesn't prioritize Finn, man.
It's
Not much at all.
it's like one of my many disappointments with Triple H is a lot of his, old NXT guys he don't use. He don't really use DIY like that. He doesn't really use people like Finn like that. A lot of them he fails to use a lot, man, and it's very jarring to think that, man. So it's just a little disappointing in that regard.
Definitely, definitely, man. So yeah, that was that, man. And yeah, like I said, that this match I definitely thought could have could have been a little better for
Hmm.
the amount of story that was put into it, because the story this is a great story. This is a great story here, and it's a simple story, and it's a good one. And I expected it to be a lot better. I expected it to be a lot better. I expected this match to turn out a lot better, and it just, yeah, I don't know, kind of fell flat for me, man. It wasn't. I felt it could have been a lot more.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that is a great point, man. A lot of Triple H's old NXT guys, man. He doesn't, or his old NXT top guys. He doesn't necessarily position as
No.
top card talent in this day and age, man. So that sucks, and I hope that changes, because a lot of these guys just got robbed by their era
Hmm.
and what era they came up in, man. Had Finn Balor, had Finn Balor be coming up to the main roster now, he would be set. Following his NXT run, if he had just got done being NXT champion right now, like he was in 2015, and came up in 2016 today, he'd be a lot better off.
Like imagine we got 2016, 2017, like Shinsuke on the main roster, or just people like that, man. It's just a disappointment, how time worked with Vince and Triple H taking over. It just sucks for a lot of people. Like Bobby Roode, dude, man, that man would have been such a goddamn star right now. And obviously he's still great. He's backstage. He's doing great in his backstage, man. But he was destined for more, and Vince killed that destiny. He killed a lot of people's fucking destiny, man. So that's just unfortunate.
It is. It is. It's very unfortunate, man. Yeah, there's, man. Wow. There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys, man. Whether they're still in WWE and currently doing nothing, whether they're in AEW and currently doing nothing.
Well, they're just doing nothing in general in their lives.
Yeah, they're man. There's so many guys you can look at, and just absolutely hate that they had to be in the company and come up at that time, because
Mhm.
dude, if some of these guys were getting called up now, it would be a lot different.
If only we could have got the Huey, man. That's my goddamn. If I could pull anybody in the universe together to come back to WWE and whatnot, it would be the Huey, hands down. That whole group together in WWE in its current state. Ah, what I'd give to have that, man.
How Triple H would handle and book the Adam Cole main roster call up is one of the biggest what ifs. It's got to be one of the biggest what ifs in WWE history, because when Triple H had that 1 month of November
Mm-hmm.
to put Adam Cole on a SmackDown, put Adam Cole on a Raw, when all those guys were stuck in Saudi Arabia, that man was using Adam Cole to his fullest. So I mean, he would. I mean, when I tell you that man was so excited to have Adam Cole on the main roster, it really makes you wonder what the hell would have happened if Adam Cole got called up to WWE main roster under a Triple H regime,
It would have been insane, man. He
dude.
loved Adam Cole. That was his golden boy, man.
Yes, it was. He was once upon a time being compared to
Shawn Michaels.
One of the
shit.
greatest of all time, bro. Fucking Shawn Michaels, and now he's being compared to
Hospital bills. I don't.
uh,
Contract extensions. He's probably gonna fucking put on, dude.
oh no.
That man's gonna get that 2-year contract extension the way TK's going.
I would say too, he does have the pass of being friends with the Elite, but the fucking Lucha Bros are friends with the Elite too.
And look at what didn't work out.
He took the baton, and like Cody said in his press release when he left AEW, man, that man took the baton and sprinted his ass off with that baton.
He is running and he's pushing everyone down in his way, man. And it fucking blows.
I would have loved to see what Triple H did with, and I know you guys are going to say, he's on the main roster, he's doing great. I would have loved to see what Triple H did with Walter, the megalodon of a man, Walter. Like, I don't.
Gunther's great.
I love him.
He's godly, but like, and if Gunther is godly, dude, Walter, he was on the next level, dude. Like, oh man, that man had just he has aura now, like crazy.
Yeah,
but Walter, bro, that man was just, man,
yes,
perfect. It was so good.
Yes.
That song.
If Gunther is Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant with
oh my God. I didn't even peep that. If Gunther is Kobe Bryant, Walter was Michael fucking Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Logan, don't do that, dog.
Oh God.
Come on.
Logan, Logan.
No. I'm sorry.
No. Dude, those chops, bro. The chops alone sell me.
The chops alone were better. The vibe was better. The song was better.
Dude, that giant silhouette, the megalodon of a man, bro.
Perfect, man.
Oh.
It was perfect. It was perfect. I wish.
Man.
But yeah, Walter is goated. Truly goated. Better. Yeah, always better. Sorry.
Yeah.
Again, that's not to discredit, Gunther and, that whole vibe.
No.
But, man, Walter was just above on just so many levels.
Yes, Gunther is amazing. He's still maintained his spot as one of the best professional wrestlers on the planet.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And he always been. Literally since 2019, I was telling people that Walter was one of the best in-ring performers on the planet, top 3, and he's remained that spot. But the aura behind the music, the silhouette, the size, the mass of him.
And a silhouette means a lot for like a character's vibe.
Brand.
You see a silhouette of some horror character.
Lars.
Yeah.
We also seen his Reddit page too, and it was amongst some of the top 3 Reddit pages I've ever seen in my entire life.
I think we know which one's number 1, and it's not Lars, surprisingly, somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like silhouette means a lot. You look at you take Michael Myers, you make a silhouette of him, you know who that is. That was how Walter was. You saw that silhouette, him just standing there, right where the T was in Walter, and right where the L was usually, because half the time it would just say water, which was great. But like, dude, it was just insane. Aura off the charts, still has it.
Oh, yeah.
The Walter aura was just different, man. And man, would that be insane now?
There's so many there's so many people we could talk for days on who we wish Triple H would have. Bro, don't fucking do that to me. Fuck.
Keith Lee would have been on top of the world.
We were heartbroken when we were watching TakeOver 30, I want to say. And no, sorry. We were watching SummerSlam. And I'll never forget it. We were watching SummerSlam 2020? Yes, 2020. And there's this ad that plays on SummerSlam, and it says Raw has no limits. And the life that was sucked out of the fucking room.
Oh, it's like, no.
And then it was all because Sir K peeped it. I was just watching it like
Like,
Like I wasn't even paying it no mind, probably because the show was boring as fuck.
probably.
Because Sir K just goes, "Oh no, Limitless." And I put together what I just seen. Raw has no limits, and then they just Limitless Keith Lee this Monday on Raw, and I was just like, and literally you could go back like many years and like see our reaction to like the Keith Lee Raw debut where he fucking came out wearing a singlet top with fucking basketball shorts. I hate fucking Vince McMahon so much. I hate him so much for that, dude.
Man.
I'm sitting there and Keith Lee comes out with his hoodie and I just see these baggy shorts on him and I'm saying, they got this motherfucker wearing a nightgown? And he takes the hoodie off and he's wearing this singlet top. And I'm like, I almost lost it. I almost tore my fucking bedroom apart. I almost tore my fucking bedroom apart at that point, man. It was just, it was bedlam. It was bedlam at my mother's house on a Monday night. It was, it was horrible.
Oh, then Bearcat Keith Lee, where they had the cat noises in his fucking theme song.
And they had him so animated. He would always go, ah. He always stick his like he's a fucking zombie or something.
Literally make him like roar like a fucking lion. And dude, Vince McMahon, that man, bro, before he got booted, dude, that man was on a fucking run of fuckery, man. made fucking made people wear gladiator hats and dude.
And I don't, and somehow some way Bearcat Keith Lee is better than AEW Keith Lee,
who just is non-existent. He's just not there. What the fuck, man?
My man naysayers, you're always asking the juicy questions, bro. He says, dude, give me a good Walter fight because I hate him. Well, I'm assuming you hate him for the same reasons I love him. Because he's a fucking prick. And he's just the biggest asshole that you can ever imagine. A good Walter match, Pete Dunne from TakeOver New York. That was an absolute classic. You can watch Tyler Bate versus Walter from TakeOver Cardiff. That was another good one. I want to say at one of the Worlds Collide, they did Imperium versus Undisputed Era. It was fantastic.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, there was another Walter singles match in there. Might have been against Joe Coffey.
I think he did face Joe Coffey. I think it was really good.
It was at one of the UK takeovers. It was very good. And my man,
the best matches.
If you don't know, you need to know. At NXT UK, it was on an episode of NXT UK television. Walter versus Ilya Dragunov.
No crowd.
There was no crowd. That is one of the most eerie. It's silent. And you hear every slap.
Every punch.
And you hear every cry out in pain from Dragunov. That was my match of the year for 2020. And then one of my other matches of the year for 2021 was Dragunov versus Gunther from TakeOver 36. Or Walter from TakeOver 36. Then there was another match at TakeOver Stand and Deliver with Tommaso Ciampa with Walter. Really that was insane. Walter was a banger.
He's a banger machine, man.
So
every match.
He was just absolutely nuts. So if you want to go check out his work, you're really selling me on this retrospective idea, naysayers.
Let's do it now, dude. Are you here? Fuck.
Dude, we do retrospectives on motherfuckers' careers, times in You're giving us a lot of good ideas, bro. You're asking us the juicy questions, and you're really selling me on more ideas here.
You really are, dog.
What a time. And man, Triple H would do so great with so many of these people, bro. He would do so, dude. Bobby Roode. Oh, that motherfucker, Vince, dude. I hate it. God.
Robert Roode. What the fuck, man?
Oh, God.
Doing shit.
All right.
To segment time.
Speaking of Walter.
And speaking of fuckery.
Oh, this segment made my head hurt. In the beginning of the show, they announced that Triple H has a...
Historic.
That is the words they used. Historic announcement for us. He comes out here and he gets into the ring, and we see a podium. It's a podium with something on it that has a little velvet cloth over it, like it was made out of one of Solo's shirts, and it says Crown Jewel on the podium. So now everybody in the living room, everybody in my living room, we're all brainstorming, right? We're all saying, well, what could this be? I throw it out. I threw out, oh, this might be the women's mid card title. They might be,
setting up for a crown jewel thing.
yeah, they might be setting a women's mid card title tournament up, which that's worst case scenario. And then I said, wait a minute, no. Cody said this was world title implications. So I'm like, oh, we're finally going to get the new world championship, because we brought to you guys a while ago on the news that they wanted new title designs for SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, okay, this must be the new world title they're going to give us. Triple H announces at Crown Jewel every year it's going to be an annual spectacle at Crown Jewel. We are going to see the WWE champion versus the world champion, and the winner will be definitive and will take home the Crown Jewel Championship.
Dog. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? First of all, we're just talking about design. Again, green belongs nowhere near a wrestling title. Green looks horrendous on every title ever it has ever been put on. And like, what? What, you want to make a yearly thing for a world champion to get pinned at least once a year? What? What does this do for anybody? What, to win this thing? To just take home for no reason? That doesn't do anything at all for anybody? This gotta be one of the worst ideas I have ever seen. Like, it's so bad. Exactly, Logan. The more you think, the more you hate it, because you just think of every stupid implication it has. You're gonna do it every year, which sucks. Or you're gonna pin a world champ every year, which sucks. He said the women get one too, so
Yep.
it's gonna be with the women's too. Technically two world champions every year are gonna get pinned for no reason. Just for this thing, so you could take it home, so the next guy can win it next year for no reason. I really.
Okay. He's back. Back to what you're saying.
What the fuck was I fucking saying? No, yeah, the more you think about it, the fucking dumber this is, dude. It's like, it's pointless. You don't do nothing. You don't get nothing. And if it was just like to get a world title shot at like a pay-per-view or for something that wasn't the champions themselves, it's literally every year whoever's the two world champs at the time face each other for no reason. Why? What does this do for anybody? It just makes you have to make a world title or a world champion, bless you,
Thank you.
look bad for no reason. Completely fucking pointless. A dumb as hell idea. And I really hope it's like a TKO Saudi thing that Triple H had no part of, because this is a real bad idea.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Okay.
It absolutely is. Dude, again, as Logan says, the more and more he thinks about it, the more and more he hates it. Bro, first of all, didn't Triple H himself say that man, your camera is not working with you today, bro? I don't think so. No, it's still not working. Okay, you're back. No way. Oh my god, bro. Maybe is there any other any other ones you could put it in?
Oh, I'm doing a different one every time.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh damn. Okay, you're back.
Swear to God, if I ain't sitting down instantly. Okay. Fucking A.
So golly. First of all, Triple H himself has said the brand versus brand stuff is bad,
It's bad.
which is why he got rid of it for Survivor Series. And now we're doing this that implements the same rules, but you're only doing it for the world champions. So you're opting one time a year for one of your world champions to look less than the other champion. Then I got to thinking, you mean to tell me all the teasing in the back-to-back Royal Rumble matches you've done for an eventual Cody versus Gunther match, you're going to give this shit to us at Crown fucking Jewel?
In a champ versus champ match? Like, what?
And then that makes it even stupider why you had Kevin Owens turn heel on Cody Rhodes, because he can't go on to face KO.
No.
He has to now go face Gunther for no reason.
What are you doing?
Could we give Cody some meaningful world title stuff before he gets to The Rock?
Like, he's got nothing. It was random nothing match after random nothing match. Now on the random nothing match. What are you doing over here, man?
I don't understand this. I don't know.
Bad idea.
This is a horrible idea. This is a horrible idea, man. And this to me absolutely makes no sense. This absolutely has to be something either TKO wanted it or Saudi wanted it, because the fans were not reacting to this in the arena. Everybody was just looking like,
what the fuck?
What is this? This is a horrible idea. Cody and Gunther, the two world champions that need to be protected. You're having them face off at Crown Jewel for this hideous championship for no reason. No reason whatsoever. None. Just for a green Saudi belt, which this is 2 for 2 now, in Saudi belts that have got to be some of the most ugliest fucking things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Dude, green just doesn't work.
You can even tell, dude, the look on Triple H's face after he announced that, you could tell he was reading the room, and it was not good, and he knows that it was not good. This idea sucks. This is a horrible idea. This is one of the worst. This is so horrible. This is how you're giving us Cody and Gunther after 2 years of teasing through Royal Rumble matches. You're opting to give us this match on
Crown Jewel in a dumbass champion versus champion, a world champ versus world champ match. Come on, dog. What are you fucking doing? Very dumb decision. Very dumb idea. And I hope this is the only year it happens, because I hope it crashes and burns after this year.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. This is a horrible idea, and I really hope this is the only year they do some stupid shit like this, because I don't know whose idea was it for them to pull this kind of shit, but this is not a good idea.
No.
This is not a good idea at all. Now we have to see one world champion willingly lose for no reason when they could be doing stuff that plays into their own stories as it is. Thank you for letting us know you have nothing creatively for Cody Rhodes as WWE champion, even though you just had a guy turn heel to, I'm assuming, face Cody Rhodes.
To lose, I mean, at the end of the day, KO is just going to lose that. But literally, dog, makes no goddamn sense, man. Makes no sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And this is absolutely a horrible move, and this is nowhere near historic.
No,
This is historically fucking dumb.
it's really historically dumb. I hope someone asked him about that on the media scrum.
Me too. Because this idea, this announcement segment completely fell right on its fucking ass.
Oh, it really did. Really bad.
Gunther comes out, and this was absolutely one of the funniest parts of the night. Gunther comes out and he says that what would Bad Blood be without the World Heavyweight Champion? He says that naysayers, bro, if that was the biggest belt you ever seen, you have to look at the MLW World Championship.
Oh yeah, that thing was massive.
That belt is ginormous for no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah, look up the MLW World Championship. That thing is
fucking massive.
That thing is ginormous. For what reason, I have no idea, but it is ginormous. Regardless, Gunther comes out. He says, "What would Bad Blood be without the World Heavyweight Champion?" He then says, Bill Goldberg is sitting ringside. He goes over to Bill and he says, "Let me just clarify something with you. You were not one of my childhood heroes. How could you be one of my childhood heroes when I'm one of the best wrestlers in the world and you're a one-trick pony?" Bro, this man absolutely had me rolling. He's such
a prick.
He's such a dick.
I love it.
It is amazing. He tells Gage, his son, he says, "I hope your father, Bill Goldberg, is a better father than he was a professional wrestler." And what does WWE do here? They have Goldberg hop the barricade. They have him hop the barricade, and in typical Gunther fashion, he goes, "Come on, Bill, I got 3 minutes for you."
Come on, dog.
Dude, oh my God, hilarious. Then Sami Zayn comes out. These guys brawl. They brawl up the ramp. They brawl into the back as, hyping up their match for Monday. As Triple H is in the ring with Bill Goldberg, he's holding up his hand and they're celebrating together. Bill Goldberg looks down the lens and he says, "You're next, boy."
Dog, I swear to God, if we have to witness Goldberg in the ring in general, let alone versus someone like Gunther, do not do it. I don't give a fuck who wants it. I don't give a fuck. Never do it. Ever. Never have him step in the ring ever. Let alone against someone like Gunther. That's just dog. Dude sucks. He produced bad shit match after bad shitty match every time he got in the ring. Why would you ever put him in the ring again? He almost fucking... Who did he almost kill? Was it
Undertaker.
Yep, that was a...
Bro gave him a fucking shoot brain buster.
Bro dropped Undertaker on his fucking head. Goldberg, in his old age, is one of the worst acts ever. And I do not want to see him back. Dude blows. He's a dickhead in general. Super egotistical about himself. And
yep.
I can't stand him, dude. Get him the fuck away from this business.
I can't either. He's selfish. He's a fucking carny, bro.
Through and through definition of a carny. Just like Hogan, just like all those guys.
Come on, bro. Hold up. Whoa, whoa,
At
whoa.
least Hogan you could laugh
I'm
at,
talking about
man.
Hulkamania, brother.
But fucking Goldberg just sucks through and through, man. And he thinks he's fucking great. And he's just absolute dog shit, dude.
he
So
he is way too big for his fucking britches, bro. That man is that man is ass, bro.
that man is so
Bro,
ass.
dude. Listen, I know this guy wanted a fucking retirement match. Tony Khan didn't want him. Why didn't you guys just keep him away either?
If Tony Khan did not take this man, and he was a fan of Goldberg,
He loves Goldberg.
he loves Goldberg, and he didn't do it. There's a reason why. Because even he recognizes not only the fan reaction would be really bad, but he sucks in his old age. He does. He's not good. He's just not. And I really hope they don't do anything with him, especially with Gunther, man. That sounds like the most disrespectful thing you could ever do to that man.
This fucking guy sucks, man, and he's always fucking sucked. He's awful. He as Gunther said here, bro. This man is a one-trick pony. He was used for fucking Eric Bischoff to get his fucking rocks off and to build an unstoppable monster that couldn't wrestle for shit.
No.
And when he fucking made it to WWE, they buried him the first go around because they know the guy can't wrestle over 3 minutes because he sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about his retirement match. Dude, go be with your son. Go be a father. I'm sure you're a lot better in that role than you ever were as a fucking professional wrestler, dude. This guy is trash.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even think about putting him in the fucking ring with Gunther. He's well past his prime. Bro.
Can't wrestle, dude.
He can't wrestle. He has no mind for the younger talent. He was always one of these legends who has a voice, and he probably could say something if he wanted to, but he didn't.
It's always about himself. He's got to win. He was mad when Asuka beat his streak. He fucking pronouncing her name wrong and shit. Like, dude, just get him out. Just don't work with him, man. He's not worth it.
You got no respect for you have no respect for the next generation. You care about making money for yourself, and you care about being an asshole and tarnishing fucking people's careers. Sting would never.
Oh, fuck no. Sting is the complete fucking opposite, man.
Yes. And yeah, I'm talking about a guy who went undefeated in AEW, but still managed to just have
Put
one of
over everybody.
Literally, bro.
It's like,
never outright buried a soul.
No, would never want to. Fucking really just kept himself that up, so it made Darby look just as good, man. Fucking brought someone to the top with him. He would never.
Dude is ass, bro. Dude is ass. I don't want to see him in the ring with Gunther. I don't want to see him probably bring Gunther within an inch of his fucking life. On a jackhammer. I don't want to see it. I don't care to see it. He get him out of the business, bro. Vince promised him a retirement match. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care. You're not Vince. It's not Vince's company no more. No more retirement match. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Go have it in NWA or something. I don't fucking know. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. I really hope, I really hope we do not have to see Gunther versus Goldberg.
We better not.
Although the promos
would be hilarious.
And that's the thing, too. It would if Goldberg's gonna have some sort of retirement stuff, dude, Gunther isn't exactly the guy you want him in the ring with, bro, because that's not going to be a rah-rah, thank you for what you've done in your career and what you've done for the business type send-off. That is going to be Gunther humiliating him until they get up to the last match, and he's going to
humiliate himself.
And he's gonna humiliate himself, and he's gonna walk out, putting over Gunther. I obviously wouldn't see Triple H putting Goldberg over Gunther, but yeah. I mean, bro, why is Goldberg here, bro? I thought we were past these days.
I really thought we were. This was just this whole segment from the title and match announcement part to this Goldberg tease was just horrible shit I never want to see again. And this time that you spent doing all this bullshit, you could easily put just Gunther and Sammy on the fucking show.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking, and I think I even said it to you,
Oh
or
yeah,
you said it to me, or one
we
of the
all
two. You did all this. This took up a hot 15 minutes, minus altogether the other 5 minutes worth of Skybox segments you gave us. You could have easily gave Sammy and Gunther 20 minutes here.
easily could have slotted that in here, man.
This segment, overall, this man literally sent Gunther out there to do damage control,
Mm-hmm.
and that still managed to fail because nobody wants to see Gunther versus Goldberg.
No, no one wants to see that shit at all.
We said we wanted Gunther versus Brock. Now that can't happen, that doesn't mean substitute him with Goldberg.
Fuck no, man. God no.
Fuck. We get a backstage skybox segment with Metro Boomin, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi. Chelsea Green walks up. They're all telling her that she fucking stinks because of the dumpster match she had with Michin last night on SmackDown. So she said, come on, Piper, let's go. They told Piper she didn't have to leave. So Piper stayed in the in the skybox. So Piper stayed in the skybox with Metro Boomin and partied for the rest of the night, I guess. So that was that. That was that, man. And yeah, that was
Yeah,
the next skybox segment for the night.
it was a segment, I guess, for no reason, taking up time.
We get a coming soon vignette for a bunch of Motor City monuments.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
You see the sign for Ford Field, you see the sign for 8 Mile Road, you see a lot of
Detroit.
a lot of Detroit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it is inevitably going to be a vignette for, and they played them last night on SmackDown, for, obviously we all know who this is. They are starting to air vignettes for the Motor City Machine Guns.
I'm excited, dude.
I'm very excited. I'm so glad they're not going to NXT anymore. I did not think they needed to go to NXT. Obviously, I would have understood if they wanted to get accustomed to the cameras and all that sort of stuff, bro. But overall, I did not think they needed to go to NXT, and I'm glad that they did not. I'm glad that they did not, man. And I was I'm very very pleased with that. And I think we all have Tony Khan to thank for that. I
Yeah.
think we all have Tony Khan to thank for the Motor City Machine Guns coming up to the main roster, because I think WWE was going to put the Motor City Machine Guns in NXT, let the Lucha Bros come up to the main roster for a little bit, and let the Lucha Bros come up to the main roster for a little bit, and then over time bring the Motor City Machine Guns up. So just so we didn't get two new tag teams at once, basically three if you count the War Raiders being repackaged. And I think WWE was just gonna kind of do that to even it out or whatever. But now we're not getting Lucha Bros, so it looks like we're getting Motor City Machine Guns. I'm assuming on SmackDown. I mean, we'll have to see if they play the vignettes on Raw too. But it looks like we're getting them, bro, on the main roster, and that I'm very excited for.
I am, dude. I'm very excited for them. I love the little vignette. And I can't wait to get them, man. I can't wait to see how they do.
Yes. Very glad they did not choose AEW.
Oh, thank God, dude.
Um, the next match on show.
Fucking A.
Ooh.
God. Oof.
Oh, brother.
This was oof. This was a fast man.
This match.
Was fucked.
Mm.
Botches through from the beginning. Like literally one of their entrances to the end of the match. It's just a big old botch.
So, this match was the Shark Cage women's title match between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. Man. The match started off with Liv Morgan working Rhea's knee that she injured. It started off with a lot of Liv Morgan just working the knee. This would end, or um, this would develop just through the match as Liv Morgan hit a sunset flip into the barricade on Rhea Ripley. Liv would be getting more offense in as Dominic was opening the cage. Dominic opens the cage door as he's trying to yell at Rhea Ripley to stop hitting Liv Morgan, and he's trying to cheer Liv Morgan on. Rhea Ripley notices he opened the cage when she goes for a frog splash. She takes Liv Morgan on the outside, right below the shark cage, and she's getting some offense in. This ends with Rhea hitting a riptide on. It ends with Rhea hitting a riptide on Liv Morgan on the outside. Dominic then goes to crawl out of the cage like a dummy and falls out, and he's hanging by his foot. He's hanging by his one foot. Rhea Ripley tells the ref to excuse her because she has some revenge she needs to get. The ref tells her he doesn't blame her. We all seen this by the ref cam.
Dude, I hate the ref cam.
It's so stupid.
It's so bad. I'm sorry. It's different, and I'll give it that. It doesn't work for me. For solely, like, the camera quality change you suddenly have to go through, where it's just the beautiful normal cameras they work with, and it cuts this fucking
144p
like Blair Witch horror movie ass quality. And obviously it's great for a horror movie, but I'm fucking watching wrestling here, and I don't think I'm watching it in the 80s. Like, you have it for just that one little segment. I'm sure it's a hassle to wear for them. I'm sure it's just like you can just feel it like moving and shit. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of the ref cam. I think they should just cut it. They had the ref cam for the main event too. I don't remember them ever cutting to it.
I don't either.
Like, it's pointless, man. It really, I'm not in the moment where he's like, yeah, go ahead. What? So you're just letting her just whoop her ass, like whoop Dominic's ass? Well, she could be getting count out. Like, not. That was like an AEW ref decision. I was just not a fan of that.
Yeah, and then when Raquel comes out, he runs over by Dominic like he's concerned for him. Like, bro, you told her to, like, you okayed her to go do this, and then you're gonna run over there?
It's really bad.
So she tells him she needs to go get some revenge. He okays it. She grabs a kendo stick, goes over there, and is attacking Dominic like a piñata with the kendo stick. She's repeatedly whacking him in the back and whacking him all over the place. The ref gets outside of the ring, goes to run up to the chaos as if now all of a sudden he cares about the shit. And Rhea just gets attacked blatantly in front of the ref. She just blatantly gets attacked in front of the referee. And as soon as Raquel put her hands on Rhea Ripley, the ref just looked away and just tried his hardest not to see what was happening. Even though you know damn well Rhea just got hit right next to you. And he turns his head away like he didn't fucking just see what the fuck just happened.
It was really bad. And the camera work was really bad too. Like, first time you saw Raquel was, from a shot of the back, like pointing at, their backs and whatnot. So you just see it's Raquel behind everybody before, she does something. She hits Rhea. And the way the camera dude was standing, Dominic, when Dominic was just hanging there, he was literally just right in front of Raquel. So you just see legs. It was really fucking bad, dude. It was really bad, dude.
So she throws Rhea in the ring And I'm sitting there like, so is
What?
this no DQ?
Like,
And then the bell rings, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense because it's not a no DQ match. And then she grabs Liv and throws her on top of Rhea.
after the bell rung.
And then she has the audacity to be like, yeah. She like, she like throws
Like,
her
fuck
fist. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, did you not hear the bell? Is that not your cue to be like, oh shit, probably just changed? Because I think Logan's right in what he just commented, man. Because we were saying that in the moment too. I think they changed the spot because it looked so bad. They had to be like, okay, we gotta call it. There ain't no way you could just play it off that the ref didn't see that. But Raquel, you think she would have the awareness to be like, oh, ring the bell. I'm sure shit changed. Let me not throw her on top as if she's gonna get pinned. Let me just like grab her and like walk away.
Like, bro, what the fuck was that?
It was just a slop fest, dude. It
She,
was bad.
she throws her on top of her. And like I said, she like celebrates, like, yeah, we got her. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, and then it dawns on me, I don't hear any noise.
No,
And I pay attention to the TV and I'm like, oh my God, these people
don't
are sitting on their hands.
you don't give a
Nobody fucking cares. Everybody's literally just looking
fuck.
like,
Like, what the fuck?
oh, okay. Raquel's here. She pulls Rhea Ripley in the ring, gives her I think it's, what is it, the Tihana bomb? Or I think that's what it's called. Throws Liv on top of her.
Like, dog.
How was this spot gonna go? Was the ref not gonna see any of that?
I think that was the plan. Was the ref not to see anything, and while she's doing that, he's helping Dominic. He runs back in because he sees those two are in the ring again because Raquel was probably supposed to like slide out and kind of hide from the ref's view, and just she got pinned like that.
But then I don't understand why Raquel didn't have the awareness to say, let me not hit Rhea yet because the ref's not even out of the ring in placement yet. And Rhea's standing right next to him. So why would I go up to her and just bum rush her?
Just bad.
That came off
Horribly.
so fucking... I don't think I've ever seen anything come off as bad as this.
It was really bad.
I mean, bro, this, man, and obviously, I'm exaggerating there. I've seen a lot of things come off pretty bad, but this came off horribly.
It was really fucking bad.
This was the logic behind this. How nobody thought before they chose their placement of action. Like, bro, if I'm Raquel, I'm not gonna bum rush Rhea if I know the ref is supposed to be up by Dominic, checking on Dominic when I attack Rhea Ripley. I'm not gonna run up to Rhea with the ref.
While she's in the middle of hitting Dominic, you have to wait till she's done hitting Dominic. She walks away, and the ref kind of like goes to check on him for a second. That's when you hit her. That's when you pounce. Not when she's standing literally right next to the ref. For when you hit her, she flies in front of the ref.
I mean, bro, this is some Tongaloa. I don't even think Tongaloa would do that.
No, this is like, dude, this was really bad.
And he would do a lot of fucked up things, like botch his debut.
Bro, he was so lucky he didn't watch that debut.
He was so lucky the ref
Caught that moment, and it was like, okay, shit. But fucking A, man. But dude, just through and through, just a very bad just sequence of events in that whole match, to be honest. Like, even the shark cage related stuff I thought was kind of sloppy, like how it like slow. It was just, I don't know, even like when they were raising it and whatnot, it felt like just sloppy. The whole match and the whole production of the match just felt sloppy. Like, they didn't even like, I expected that whole match for him to open that door because they didn't even close the door properly. It was like a fucking backyard gate lock.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, like, what do you do? I will say, the moment of, Dominic falling out was really good. I didn't expect, his leg to be caught on something. I thought he legitimately just fell
I
out.
thought that man was dead ass gonna like pile drive his way out of that.
I thought he legitimately fell out. So that moment was really good. I'll give them that. That moment was really good. But other than that, this whole everything was very sloppy, man. Very.
It absolutely was, man. It absolutely was. Yeah, like you said, it was just very. You just watch this match and you're just saying to yourself, like, what the
Like,
fuck are they doing?
what is going on here, man?
Yeah, I very much was not a fan of what they brought to the table production wise, and again, everybody's placement. I thought Raquel did an absolutely atrocious job at making sure she was environmentally aware
Mm-hmm.
of where she was when she made her return, because it ruined it, and
It did.
it came off so horribly. And you can, and again, if you don't want to take what I'm saying, you can look at the crowd.
They were
the
just
The
confused.
crowd was confused. They didn't give a fuck. And again, if you hear the bell ring, why would you throw Liv Morgan on top of Rhea Ripley as if the ref's coming in there about to pin her?
Like, what? Just bad through and through, man.
Yeah. And then Raquel looks at the ref after she just put Liv Morgan on top of Rhea Ripley, like the ref's supposed to count as if he didn't just see you bum rush Rhea Ripley.
Like, what are you doing there, man?
This came off so bad. This was not good, man. As it looks like Raquel is the muscle for Liv Morgan and possibly a new member of the Judgment Day.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, so that was that. That was that as yeah, not a fan of this, not a fan of this match whatsoever.
Not at all, man.
And moving on here to the main event of the show. The Bloodline.
McDonald's, man.
Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu versus Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Cody got his big band entrance. Solo came out with Jacob Fatu as the red and yellow lasers to symbolize McDonald's. For Solo Sikoa, we're lasering throughout State Farm Arena here.
Although another thing, production-wise, they did fuck up Cody's entrance too, with playing the intro twice. They played the intro.
Oh my god, they
and
did
then,
do that.
You're expecting, the song to start, and it just doesn't. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then they play the intro again, and then it was like, I don't know, it was really bad. And it's just weird production shit, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. They played Cody's intro twice, and I was like sitting there, like they played it the first time, and then we hear the do do,
And I was like, huh?
and I was like,
Wait, what?
wait, doesn't that happen before the intro normally? And then the intro just played again, and I was like, oh.
And he wore that stupid ass mask he wears. I hate that. I'm sorry,
Dude.
It's so big.
If he wore a regular skull mask, that would be one thing, bro. Why is that thing so giant?
It's massive, dude. It's built for like Andre the Giant. Oh damn, he didn't even blade. Fuck.
Wow. Logan says Drew was apparently actually busted open from the toolbox.
I thought he bladed right after, but man, that's.
I was wondering what, because that blood was streaming, bro.
The band was fine.
Yeah, I like the band. I don't know if they were playing when his actual song was playing, you couldn't really hear it.
No, but the before was really cool.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
I didn't mind. If anything, the Roman's band side was,
bro,
they were just non-existent. They were just like shadow playing all their instruments. Like they was literally just like, it did not look real.
Like you could see like the people on the small violins were cooking, but the people on the small violins were cooking, bro. But I don't know. I don't know what that that giant. Sorry, I apologize, music lovers, but that giant guitar looking thing,
Viola, I think.
whatever
I
the name of it
think.
is, those people were literally just standing there holding it.
Oh yeah, literally just standing there. And like, what were those like four people that were? They didn't have an instrument.
They
They
were
were
just
just
standing
standing
there in
there.
suits, holding onto the barricade.
Were they the conductors? You could at least hit some of the the little conductor movements. At least fake it. I don't know, man. It was more a Roman side. I was like weirded out with. And dude, please change the song back, man. Please, I pray. It actually wasn't too bad tonight. I'm getting used to it, but still, if I could choose one, I'm choosing,
Oh,
head of the table easily.
yeah. There's no question about that. It's like, yeah, it's same here. It's like I'm getting used to like,
The
okay,
cues to be like, oh, yep, yeah.
I'm getting used to like oh, we're probably gonna have to deal with this for a while, but and
Mm-hmm.
it's not a bad song. It's just not head of the table.
It's just not, man.
Yeah, and it honestly doesn't even hold a candle to it.
No, not in the slightest. It's
Um,
really just like a shitty remix, dude.
it is, yeah. It's just like a godly, more godly remix. Yes, Roman absolutely needs his old theme song back, man. I I don't know why.
Change it, dude. It's pointless.
That's like changing John Cena's theme song.
Like it's needless. I don't know, man.
I don't get that at all. So Cody and Jacob start the match. They put on some good stuff. This would then eventually build up to the Roman and Solo confrontation. The Roman and Solo confrontation here, as Roman got a huge pop
Goated pop.
for coming into the ring for the first time since April 8th.
Crazy.
Yes,
I'm telling you, everyone knows, dude. It was so much better.
dude, like I don't know, man. Like his old song, it was just something about those like chimes.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt very final bossy, and it felt very just Samoan.
Boy, I had to change it then. You know what the real final boss is.
If like I said, it just felt like it just had, like I said, it just had those like it just had something just different about it. It was a beautiful track, bro.
It was, dude. It
it was
was
a
so good.
yeah. Well, like I said, it just had this like that like it would have like the kind of hard parts in it that just felt like just very like final boss type stuff. And then like I said, it just had like those like Samoan chimes in it. Like it just God, it was just such an amazing song. And why they changed that to just all just godlike.
Just it just doesn't end.
Yeah.
Like it's just too much. It's doing way too much.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, they need to bring back Head of the Table again. That's like changing John Cena or Cody Rhodes theme music or Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme music.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, you don't change their music.
You don't. When
You
it works, it just works. It's like instead of just, the glass breaking, you add like a fucking skirt to the glass breaking. It's like you're just adding shit for no reason. You don't need to.
yeah. I don't know. Huge pop for Roman Reigns to come in. Um Him and Solo fought for a little bit. Solo, the crowd was on his ass tonight, bro. Fuck
Bro.
you, Solo. Solo sucks. And some kid is absolutely one of the most goated children on the planet, bro. This man Solo is giving some offense to Roman Reigns, and he just goes, "Who's the real tribal chief?" Or "Who's the real chief?" And some fucking kid
You
just yells out, "Not you."
Bro,
Bro.
that was literally favorite moment of that match, dude.
Oh god.
Fucking best. That man yelled it out, and it was so quiet you could hear that man yell. Not you. Goated. Love it. That fan is a goat.
Goated. Absolutely. So Cody tags back in, and we have a huge wait for the next Roman Reigns hot tag. Cody was taking a beating for a while against Jacob and Solo. Roman went to go for the hot tag, but there was a moment where Jacob took him off of the apron to prevent the tag from taking place. And we get a lot of Solo and Fatu offense here as Jacob goes to go for a swanton on Cody. Cody gets his knees up. Finally makes the hot tag to Roman. Roman ends up getting hip attack or hot tag, not hip attacked. He ends up getting hot tagged. He gets in. Roman gets a double super kick and a moonsault by Jacob and a splash by Solo. Fatu then goes to Fatu is then not the legal man, as is Cody. He goes to hit a hip attack through the barricade on Cody Rhodes. He misses, falls right through the barricade on his own. He no-sells it. He throws a chair at Cody. He then walks over by him in front of the announce table. He eats a crossroads that he basically no-sells. He was down for like a whole 10 seconds, and he basically just got right up. Fatu starts throwing the chairs again. Cody then hits him, gets him on the announce table. And in a really cool moment, Cody climbs to the top of the announce table. He looks at Roman Reigns, who's sitting there. He salutes him and jumps off onto taking out Jacob Fatu for the rest of the match. Roman hits his comeback on Solo. Then the Tongans distract Roman. They distract Roman as Solo hits Roman with a spear. Then we get the 1-2 kick out. And as Solo is gearing Roman Reigns up for a Samoan spike, we see Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa standing in the background, and all of a sudden you see this guy in a hoodie with a black bandana over his face walk behind them, and the crowd's going nuts. The crowd is going nuts, and I went nuts because we all know who this is.
Mm-hmm.
He super kicks infamous Tonga Loa. He super kicks Tama Tonga.
Jeff.
So he super kicks both of them. He takes his jacket off to reveal a shirt that says, "They not the ones."
I like it.
He then obviously undoes the bandana to reveal that he is Jimmy Uso. Solo's face. Bro.
Ooh.
What? Solo with those big eyes, bro, and he's like all like fucking scared.
Fucking great.
It's a hell of a visual. It really is. He turns around to a spear from Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3. As Reigns and Cody pick up the victory against the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. Wow. So I loved the Jimmy return.
Mm-hmm. It was really fucking good.
I loved how they did it. I'm glad that wasn't the only return that they gave us, because I definitely would have said, you know, they definitely could have opened the show with that, instead of closing it just for Jimmy to return. Because we all knew Jimmy was going to return anyway. I mean, we all knew The Rock was eventually going to return anyway, but you know, the Rock is obviously, you know, the final boss always wants to go on final. So they're all chilling in the ring as Roman's looking at Jimmy like he's a ghost because he didn't think he would ever see him. You know, because the Bloodline took him out. And Jimmy is, you could hear him saying, it's me, man, it's me, like we're back. And right then you start to hear Michael Cole say the original bloodline is back.
And
I
not
don't know
yet.
about that, Cole. Not yet.
Still
Not
have some
yet.
people.
Um
Two.
so in this moment, Roman and Jimmy are celebrating, and I'm saying to myself, Jay's still up in that skybox. We absolutely need to see a camera film him, or we need to see him in the background
Just looking.
just looking on at Roman and Jimmy back together again. I'm saying to myself, we absolutely need to see some sort of background shot, or if you really wanted to be very bold with it, you could just put a camera up in that skybox and just have them film Jay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, okay, we gotta, we gotta get some sort of tease here. And I mean, again, they sort of Michael Cole is starting to throw those little hints of, the original bloodline in there. So I'm excited about that. But obviously, it seems like we're going to probably have to wait just
A little bit longer.
a little bit longer on that. I'm assuming Jay is going to build himself up to something at Crown Jewel, and then I'm guessing we're gonna have to wait till the whole month of November, because obviously at this point, being that with what Kevin Owens did, it's looking like the whole Roman
Cody and
Cody
Randy.
Randy team is off the table.
Hopefully.
Thank God, because that did not sound good.
That sounds ass. I'm sorry.
Um, so I was really hoping for something like that, but we didn't get it. But then again, if Jay loses the title at Crown Jewel, I mean, I guess they do have the whole month of November
Exactly. So.
to try to tell something there. But so I'm assuming that's when we're gonna see it, bro. But Roman and Jimmy they're hugging. They go to walk away, and Cody starts getting jumped by the
Tongans.
the new bloodline. Cody's getting jumped by them. Roman looks back, and Jimmy says, you said you'd have his back. And Roman said, well, that was a one-time thing. And Jimmy tells him, it's whatever you want to do. You're the OTC. I'm with you. So Jimmy talks Roman in to going back and fighting and helping Cody, even though he said it was a one-time thing and this man was just going to walk away, which I like, because the Roman of old, as much as it seems like his character might not have changed, with the addition of Jimmy coming back and still being loyal to him, that we might be starting to see the gears kind of changing in Roman Reigns' head, where he actually listened to Jimmy.
He did. He did. He just listened. Jimmy told him, like, hey, you said, you had his back for tonight, and you got to go help him. And he did. He did.
No. Mm-mm. One second. No. Nope. Nope. No. Uh, wait. Yes, you're back. I don't know what kind of beef Case camera got with him, but he's back again.
God fucking damn it.
Okay, so what were you saying?
No, yeah, I really like that aspect of Roman actually listening to you. So, and obviously being
Jimmy.
like, yep, yeah, you fucking twins or brothers. Um,
Which one?
you say whatever, fuck ever, dude.
All right.
No, but like, and he was like also relieved that Jimmy was there and thankful for his presence. I think it is, this whole situation is obviously slowly gonna make this man, a new, better Roman Reigns. I think so.
Yes, it absolutely is, and I'm excited to see them expand a little bit more on that because I feel in the days of as in the days of old, Roman would have laughed in Jimmy's face and said, "No, we're doing what I'm doing and we're leaving." But Jimmy actually talked him into it.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy talked him into it, man, and that
I like that.
yeah, that is a huge character progression for Roman Reigns, that he was so just happy for Jimmy's presence and happy that Jimmy was there, that he actually listened to the guy, which is something that, again, Roman didn't do at all
Ever.
with anybody. He didn't listen to Solo. He didn't listen to Heyman. Heyman was the one that had the most influence on him, and would help him, guide him, make decisions and whatnot. But he didn't listen to anybody. He didn't
Oh,
listen to Jay. He didn't listen to Jimmy, Sammy, Solo.
old Roman probably would have muffed Jimmy for doing that shit.
For
So,
even questioning him walking away.
mm-hmm.
So the fact that he listened to Jimmy saying, "Yo, look, man, I'm with you. You're the OTC, but look, you told him you would have his back." And he listened.
He
And
listened.
they both went down there, took care of the new bloodline, and they all celebrated as Roman grabbed the title, handed it to Cody. And in this moment,
He's here.
the man himself graced us. He came down from the heavens to grace us with his presence. I'm talking about the one, the. Thought you just walked off set, dude. Mm-mm. No. One second. Okay, you're good. God.
Never ends, dude. Always some difficulty.
So, in this moment, they're all in the ring celebrating, and they're all standing side by side. Cody's got the belt, and Roman and Jimmy are there. The Rock, the final boss, comes to the stage as the electric shines down on the Glazer belt.
Oh, love that fucking thing.
He still has it.
He still has that godforsaken title.
He's still carrying around the people's title, the Glazer Championship. Dude, I love this guy, bro. He's so full of himself. God damn, bro. No. No. One second. You're back.
I won't be in fucking Happening in fucking 3 minutes.
So he comes out, man, and he has the glazer belt on him and all, and he's standing there, and he looks to the side, and he looks to the other side as he stands there, and the new bloodline is in the crowd, and they're looking at him. They're looking at him as Roman and Cody are looking at him, and Roman and Cody, nobody really had much emotion on their face.
No, everyone was just confused.
Like, I would have expected a confused look from, the Cody and Roman and Jimmy, but I wanted to see something of a smirk from the new bloodline. I wanted to see something of a smirk from Solo, or I wanted to see something.
Been really cool if even like Solo was confused, but the rest of the new bloodline, they were low key like looking at each other and like maybe smirking a little. 'Cause maybe Solo's not in on it. Something. Anything. We didn't get nothing.
Wow. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I think I figured out an option we can do without you walking away. I think. He's back. so so
Oh, fucking hell.
The Rock comes out, and again, I like I said, man, I wish somebody would have had a little bit more emotion. I wish one of the teams would have had a little bit more of emotion on their face in terms of just, you know, somebody's got to know what he's there for, and I would
Exactly.
assume it would be the
New
new
bloodline.
bloodline. And I fully expected again the Rock to come out, and what I got from the Rock coming out was he looks at Cody, and he looks down the ramp. That's the other thing. I wish he would have made his way all the way down to the ring.
Like even like had a mic up there, if anything.
But and just just a stare down, just a stare down, but just do it face to face. Don't do it all the way down the ramp. We know what he's back for.
Mm-hmm.
He told us what he's back for. But I would have liked to see him make it a little more evident, like stare off with Cody, but give Roman just a disgusted look.
Yeah,
Like,
like
seriously?
you're working with him, dog. Like,
We know what he's back for. We know what he's planting seeds for. He's planting seeds for fucking WrestleMania, and he's coming for Cody, and he's coming for that title. We all know that. But again, I would have liked to see him do something a little bit more direct, or just a little bit more. I would have liked him to do something a little bit more bold, other than just come down to the ramp, count 3, 2, 1, and then they hit his music and he just leaves. And but if he is going to go away, I think that was about as best as you can do for
yeah.
what was presented, because
If you got two in each other's face and too much of a stare off, you'd be like, okay, when's this about to happen? And if it doesn't happen anytime soon, you might get a sour reaction.
yeah. So what I took that as the Rock came down there. The what I took that as oh no, hold on. What I took that as was the Rock coming down there and basically letting them know that he's still watching them, and he's still seeing what they're doing. Okay, my option didn't work. No. He's back.
You're fucking kidding me, dude. You're fucking kidding me, dude. Man.
Yeah, you're back. There he is. um, yeah, bro. So what I took this as was what I took this as was The Rock basically letting them know that he's still watching
Yeah.
and he knows and he's not necessarily happy with what's going on here with what's going on here with what's been happening between Roman and Cody. That's basically what I took that for. As yeah, like I said, if he is going to go away for a while, I guess this really was the best that you could have done with with the amount of time that The Rock's going to let you have of him.
Mm-hmm.
And but it was a nice little tease to let us know that, you know, to let them know that he's still watching and he knows what's going on, and he knows about this partnership, and he's not happy about it at all. But like I said, I would have liked for him to do something a little more bold, and I would have liked for him to do something that was a little more just like I said, a little more bold and a little more direct. Like I said, and again, he didn't even have to say anything, but I would have just liked for him to come down to the ring and just look at Cody, and then you look at the belt, and then like I said, just kind of give Roman Reigns this look of disgust. Meanwhile, the new bloodlines got this just smirk
Mm-hmm.
on their face because they know why he's back, and they know, you know, what exactly
The plan is.
specifically he's back for.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I would have liked, man. And but overall, man, obviously I love seeing The Rock come back, and I loved seeing Jimmy Uso come back, and I loved the uh you know, subtle character progression that we did get with Roman Reigns actually listening to Jimmy Uso. I thought that was huge for Roman Reigns' character. And like I said, I hope they start with the J teasing a little bit more, but overall, man, that's what I thought of that's what I thought of the returns and everything, and all that type of stuff. Like I said, I liked it. I just wished it was maybe a little more bold.
Definitely, man.
But like I said, if he's just gonna come and go as he pleases, this was about as much as you could do with the time you have. So I do get it.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I think overall was good. Could have got a little more, and I think that would have helped a lot. But overall, I'm happy with what we got, man. I'm very intrigued to see how this goes on from here.
Definitely. And they have Kevin Owens turn heel on
On Cody for what?
on Cody in the parking lot, unfilmed.
Unfilmed. That's insane.
So yeah, I don't know. I again,
See how it goes.
you're gonna turn Kevin Owens heel, and this guy has to turn around in a month and face Gunther for no reason.
For just no fucking reason. I don't get it.
That's stupid as hell, bro. But otherwise, man, I did enjoy Bad Blood. I did enjoy Bad Blood. Um I thought it was a good show. I thought it was a good show for what they for what they had. Like I said, I think the beginning and the end carried the show.
I think so, definitely.
And when I say carried, I mean like an all-time
It's a real
like
carry job.
yes, like 2022 Young Bucks versus Hardy Boys carry job. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was an insane carry job. I thought the end was awesome. Jimmy was amazing.
He was.
Seeing The Rock again, you know, kind of putting his stamp a bit on the storyline is awesome, and I just cannot wait until we see Jay and Sammy sort of enter this fold, and start to, you know, do more with this bloodline story again. And I love that.
I
I love
definitely
that.
do.
And I loved it. And then the main event, or the opener, that was absolutely a classic. That was one of the
Mm-hmm.
best Hell in a Cell matches ever.
Oh, it was easily.
Yeah. It was absolutely incredible, man. I loved it, and I thought it was an instant classic. It definitely was. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Bad Blood, as well as Sir K's, man. As yeah, that is gonna do it for this edition of your WWE Premium Live Event post-show reviews, man. As that is everything today that we got for you for the Bad Blood review. Once again, we want to thank you guys for coming out and joining us here today on the Bad Blood review. Thank you to everybody who came out, man. Naysayers, Gotti, also Gotti, bro. Wishing you the best, dude. Wishing you the best as always. Durante, and I know she's fucking sleeping.
Yeah, she'll see it tomorrow. God damn it.
Unbelievable. I know she's sleeping, but we all know she's out there. That soccer fan herself, Mrs. Bell. We know she's out there, and I don't condone Bell any more than I did yesterday, but I guess we'll give her yet again another pass from the post-show review. So it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. And yeah, so thank you guys always for joining us, man. It's been a great review. Thank you guys for joining us here today on this Bad Blood review, man. Thank you guys, everybody who I just named, for joining us here today on the review. And my guys are part of the Replay Mafia. It's been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And that's okay.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Bad Blood 2024 review. Hopefully, man, not hopefully, a new era for the post-show reviews with some nice new hardware, some new production to the show. And thank you guys so very much for joining us, man. And with that, thank you guys. We love you guys. And we will see you all on Monday after Monday Night Raw, after the first 2-hour Monday Night Raw since 2012, as well as the Dynamite 5-year anniversary with Unscripted.
Peace.